Hey guys, Corey here with Hip Kit Club and a new scrapbook process video for you. So today is Sketch Friday, so I'm using this sketch, which I really love, to go ahead and create my page. So now that you got a good look at it, you can always go and download it off of the Facebook member forum page and have a copy for yourself and play along in our challenge. I'm also going to use these two pictures of my youngest. She was doing her homework. It seems as though those are pretty much the only kind of pictures I seem to get of her nowadays. Posing for pictures or even having the camera, even looking at a camera, is just not her favorite thing to do right now. So we'll go with homework pictures and it's all good. So I'm just starting out my page. I'm going to use the two photos, very similar to the sketch. I just used them a little bit. They're both the same size instead of one being larger than the other. And I'm going to go ahead and just orient my photos right in the center of the page like the sketch. And then I'm going to embellish around them. So now I love these little birds on this paper, and so I decided that I was going to go ahead and do the whole page with these birds as the focal point. So I am fussy cutting out these birds. Fussy cutting is not my favorite thing in the entire world to do. I don't know what the deal is, but it seems to hurt my hand a lot. But and I'm not great at it, so I always kind of try to leave a little edge around the image that I'm fussy cutting. But I do like the way that these came out. I love the birds are cute, and I just love the colors. So I figured they're gonna work out pretty well, even with my bad cutting skills. I don't know if you guys can hear it right now, but I can. I don't know if the mic is picking it up. I guess I'll find out when I listen back to this voiceover, but my youngest, this one that I'm scrapbooking right now, she actually is playing the piano. So if you do hear some piano music in the background, that is her working on her piece for the talent show. Harry Potter. It's a Harry Potter song. I think it's Hedwig's theme, so she's pretty stoked about it. Okay, so back to my page. I also love this paper. I've used it already on another page this month, but I think this is going to be great to just kind of set off these photos. The thing is I am using white cardstock, and so I don't want to get it, but the base of all of these other papers is it's much softer, and it's kind of got that little bit of an off-white coloring to it. So I felt like that pattern paper that's kind of got the off-white to it is going to be a good transition from the all-white cardstock in the background. So I'm just using some Project Life cards and some other tags and things like that to make some layers, and then I am going to use this little frame around one of the photographs. Then I'm just going to keep looking for other fun little things in all of the wonderful embellishments that came with this month's kit. I found this other little bird, chipboard bird, and then I'm going to arrange the ones that I fussy cutted out around the photographs. I did end up losing one, which of course I found once I was cleaning up, so I had to cut one more out. But once all these little guys are out, they're going to be really easy to use to decorate my page. I love getting all the different embellishments because obviously that's my favorite part of all the kits is the embellishments. And so it was great to be able to go and find these bird stickers, which I might not necessarily use all the time, but for this page, once I had it in my head that I was going to use the birds, it was great to be able to just go and find all the different bird stickers in these kits. So I like to organize my embellishments, my flat embellishments, in one of these lunch tray type of things. I have these from when my kids were small, and I just kind of it's an easy way for me to kind of sort things out so that I'm able to see things better while I'm working on a page. I also, with all of the sticker sheets and things like that, I take them all out of the packaging and get them out so I can easily get to them. I do save the packaging, although I don't always put the things back into it, but I do save it so that if I want to, I can. But all of the small things I definitely like to lay out in that tray so that I can see what I've got. What I really love is when I've got so many that I have to use two of the trays. I always think that's really fun to be able to go sort through things. But I have found through the years of scrapbooking that if I don't have out the supplies that I actually want, I won't use them because I'll forget about them. So So I'm just adding a little bit of pink paint. I'm just spreading it on with either an old card or a palette knife, and then I'm also going to use the I'm also going to use the Vicky Bouton iridescent glaze that came in the color kit. And I'm just going to use that to do some texture lines on top of the pink paint. It's actually really cool. It dries really fast, and I loved how it went on. It was thick, and I guess I did go back and I watched one of the videos that Vicky posted on, I think, on her YouTube page or whatever, about how to use this, and I guess you can also add some water to it and do some other things to it. It's a really cool little product, and I know I didn't go for half of what you could use it for, but it did a great job with these with the little texture lines and stuff. So it was very, very cool. Plus, it's a really neat color. So anyhow, so I'm going to go ahead, that while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and just embellish this little section that's going to go on top of, or right in the center of my background. So I'm going to add, just like this sketch, these little banner pieces. And then once that's down, I'm going to go ahead and get these little birds just here and there to embellish the focal point of my page. I think they're actually ending up in a little bit different of a place than I had originally thought, but I really like how it turned out because they're very much, framing my photographs, which I think is pretty cool. Using a little bit of foam dots to kind of make sure that they're sticking up one over the other, adding some dimension in those. And I didn't really want this one sticker in the center flat on my photo, so I did try to pop that up a little bit. So then I'm gonna just add some color here and there. I'm trying to decide what all to do. So I've got this little pink camera that I'm adding. I love the rose gold. I think it's just so, so cool. And a few little phrases here and there. I went into this page again not having a real plan other than the sketch, and I've struggled here a little bit lately without having a plan kind of going in. I usually have an idea of how I want it to come out before I start, at least, and it doesn't necessarily come out how I think it's going to, but at least I have some sort of direction. The last few pages I've made, I haven't had that direction. I've been somewhat scattered in my creative process and struggled just a little bit, I'll be honest with y'all, because of like personal stuff. You would think that maybe while it is incredibly calming and relaxing for me to be creative, here lately I think I've been struggling so much that I can't even calm myself to get that plan together. So I'm just keeping it real a little bit. It's been a little bit hard, but I like the way this page turned out, so just working through it was okay. So the Vicky Bouton medium is not entirely dry, but it's dry enough that I feel comfortable with going ahead and keep continuing to work my page. And the thing I really want to get on is my title. The title is a sweet little bird, and that's kind of what she is. She's just a little flighty little thing, not in a bad way flighty. She flutters around. She's our youngest, and she's creative and brilliant and always has ideas and is super duper talkative, and she just, when I see her, she's so tiny, and she just is like a little bird to me. So I am going to go ahead and hot glue down all of the letter stickers as I put them on. Because of the placement of them, I don't really have the ability to stitch them down with my sewing machine. Plus, the page isn't actually all the way dry, and so I would end up getting it all over the foot of my sewing machine, and I am too impatient to wait until it is completely dry. And then for some reason, I don't know what the deal is, but I still can't get my sewing machine to work from the last time I tried, and the tension's off. I just can't figure out what the deal is. I've tried everything and I still am getting it's just not working right. So we are using glue to keep these letters on, y'all. add my little dot to the eye, and then keep going. So I do want to add some of these rub-ons. I love these gold rub-ons, love them. But like I said before, I love rub-ons pretty much anyway, but these are just so cool. I did end up needing to use something with a little bit sharper of a point to be able to get them down really good, because I'm using textured cardstock and it seemed to not want to stick inside the texture part, just over the top part. So I did have to use a different tool besides the popsicle stick that came with it to make sure that the markings of the rub-on actually came down really well. And then the last thing I just need to do is add in a little bit of journaling, which I am going to just use my pencil. Sometimes I just feel like the pen is too dark, and I realize I'm kind of worried because over the years, I mean, you know, pencil rubs off pretty easy. Hopefully it stays on better than I'm worried that it won't. So anyhow, I like the way the pencil looks, so there it is. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave them for me in the comment section and I will definitely get back to you. Otherwise, I just wanted to say thank you so much for following, thank you for watching, and thanks for stopping by. Remember, you can always find me creatively as well on Instagram at Corrie J Creative. Bye!